Oh, this is so easy. See, what are we doing? No, don't do it. Don't do it, no. Oh, no. Okay. Let us begin. Let us focus and begin the stream. Yes. Let's have some fun, shall we? Let's have some fun. Alright. Waiting for some peeps to show up as I'm setting up here. Already switching it over here, so. One second. Okay. Just give it a second. Stop by and say hello. Show some love. Even if it's for a few.
Tú sabes lo que estaba diciendo, que la madrina de Cristina de que trabaja ahí.
All right. So we're just gonna get into this real quick. Everyone who's joining as of right now, thank you for joining me in this brain fart. Yeah, so welcome to another edition to my stream with yours truly, Mindful Trades here, with your daily update on certain tickers that I usually go over, including Gtii. Which I've been following for a long time, a little bit before the first run happened around October 2022. And you're just keeping, the team updated, the fam, my peeps, and finding out what the next direction is going with my hypothetical technical analysis. This is all it is. It's just hypothetical. Anything that I do in the stream is pretty much not financial advice. This is only for educational and entertainment purposes. And you're your own decision maker of your own money and investments, as long as you're properly investing safely and properly hedged, of course. Because anything is possible, especially in these crazy times in the market. So yeah, feel free to, you know, show some love. That like, even if it's for a moment, and you want to just jump in the stream and say a quick hi and bye, you know, I'd appreciate that too as well. And we'll just get right into it. So, what we're seeing currently, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are in GTII is quite surprised and excited. Why? Because there has been, like I said yesterday, some type of animosity, you know, tension, frustration, you know, a couple of other people, you know, stating that, you know, this would continue to drop down way below 18 cents to 10 cents, 9 cents, and whatever. Oh, Zelly is in the stream. Look at you, the first person to come on. Chat, look at you. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, and lobster and steak. Good to see you here in the stream as always. Good morning. Mad Gun, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? All you gotta do is just have some faith. Man, have some faith. Yo, you was here before. Wow, you could have just been first and be like, yo. Hey, Barbara. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Thank you for coming. Yeah, man, you just there like lurking behind the scenes, man, not even saying anything. you're just waiting for somebody else to say something and break the ice. I'm busting your chops, man, but yeah, good to see you, man. And yeah, I'm just surprised myself because even though yesterday, you know, we were trying to figure out the next possible scenario for GTII, as I showed you yesterday, and we can just take a quick look here and just show you just in my Twitter page what I'm talking about exactly. And here's my Twitter, just in case if you don't have it. All right. Remember, I just go through technicals, okay? And I don't really know in depth of what's really happening in terms of you know, what information is out there, who's buying, who's selling, like is the 10K out? But you can just see it right now on these screenshots that I took earlier, that here on the 4 hour, hold on, let me get my epic pen. Let me get this epic pen out here. If you remember, I went over the potential for a morning star pattern to come to fruition, and I even made a clip here, so I just wanted to go over that real quick with you. Let me just pause this. Let me know if you can hear this. What if we all of a sudden bounce right back and we see ourselves a little morning star? You know what that pattern is, right? A morning star. Go ahead and you'll probably figure if that could be a possibility for tomorrow, and see a lot of buybacks coming in and returning back to over those levels of resistances. Where were we? 24? Alright, so with that being said, Hopefully you guys were able to hear that. We'll take a look at exactly what I drew right here. Was pretty much, remember, this is just hypothetical here, right? I was just basing it on the way that the candle closed on the 4 hour, which was just a little doji. And so it literally followed exactly what I saw that it would actually do. So if we go to the 4 hour chart right now, you can see clearly like that's pretty much like to the T in some ways. And we pretty much got ourselves the morning star. And the next candle, which would close above 24 cents. Just a 24 and a half. And that's what pretty much surprised me. So not that I have a crystal ball or anything like that. I just took a wild guess. So now that we see this occur, mind you, the total volume for today, as we look here on Fintel, we had 400,000 more in volume compared to yesterday's volume of 1,095,042. We had total of 1,404,832 shares traded, with a short volume of 854,963, which leaves us with a short volume ratio of 60.86%. And the last time we had such a large short volume ratio was back on March 20th with 60.63, even though the volume was a lot more drier at 91,589 with a short volume of 55,528. So that caught me by surprise. So I want to be able to see here what was the price action like for that day, March 20th. If we kind of look back real quick. Okay, so it wasn't really much action, honestly. March 20th, which is right here. And yeah, I mean, it literally held up around 28 cents and then ended up going over to 30 cents the day after. So that being said, we'll just take a quick look also at the cost to borrow. And what I just saw was that it actually dropped back at 5:45 in the morning. The cost to borrow fee was at 12.66%, with only 300,000 shares available left to borrow. And then they literally loaded it back up to 1,500,000 at the at the same fee. Then it raised up at 9:15 in the morning to 10:15 at 12.96, and then drops to 11% at 1,500,000 available. I really don't know. This is what I'm basing off, and I don't know if it's as accurate, but that's what the data is giving me. So with that being said, just go back here, and what can we see from here at this point, now that we see this come to fruition and see that nice morning star pattern. And now we're breaking above the resistance at 24 cents with all these shares coming back to the green, and the potential for this to continue to push up into tomorrow and into Friday, with the possibility of the momentum to continue strongly and having this push back to 30 cents. Can we actually do it? Who thinks that this could actually reach 30 cents before this week is over? Any hands? Any hands? Show me on the chat. What do you guys think? What is your opinion? Because now what I see here is on the 4-hour chart on the MACD, that rebound that we were talking about too as well. And now we have this nice curl up. Also the RSI and the TTM squeeze with the orange, the dark orange bar, or bright orange, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what color, but you get the point. It's pretty much coming back up in momentum to the upside. So all of this is confirmation, and this is good news so far. And the candle is pretty much a nice green, full body, nice wicks at both ends candle. You know, if you go to the smaller time frames, if you go to the hourly, you can see a nice bull flag. The bands transitioning from bearish to bullish and now expanding and coming up to increase that momentum to the upside. Mark, welcome back. Getting ready for work? Nice. Elongated Plopsicle. Would you rather be balls deep? Balls deep in GTII, HYMC, or Maya's? GTII all the way, baby. Not financial advice. HYMC, I did see that it had been gaining some price action yesterday, and especially in the after hours. I'll listen on the card ride to the grind. I just hit the like. Thank you, Mark. And thank you everybody else for hitting the like and showing the love. Show the love right back to all of y'all. How's everybody else doing so far? How's everybody in the chat? Let me know what is going on. As I'm looking at this on the hourly, I just love it. All green, little healthy pullback, uptrending, and this candle in the hourly ended up above the 50-day moving average exponential, or EMA. We're just gonna go cut it short and just put EMA. Right. So from here, pretty much see that the TTM squeeze is finally turning green, moving up in momentum. That's what I like to see. RSI is not quite overbought yet. And from what we see here on the hourly is the potential for GTII to pretty much find itself here in a situation where we can get another leg up and break over this level at 25.85, 26 cents, and test the 200 EMA at 0.271 or 27 cents. That would have to be the target for tomorrow if the buying pressure continues and the momentum and all of that good stuff, which is the bullish case scenario again for tomorrow. As of right now, I have no bearish sentiment because now the game has changed and all hope is all but one. And hope is not all lost. So, for those who have been holding, who have been fighting through this fight and holding true to their conviction, you should be proud of yourself for coming a long way and pretty much having all of this patience to get to where you are now. And I'm happy for everybody. So, with that being said, here, as I check the 15-minute real quick, you can definitely see, wow, this is a... Hold on, this thing got a little crazy. I gotta scroll to the side here. Let's not mind the big giant yellow ovals, but you know, pretty much did fulfill through that. But you can also see here on the 15-minute chart, beautiful consolidation here, as I mentioned the healthy pullback here from 25 cents. We actually made it to 25, and then held right above 23.5 cents to 24, and now testing the 200 EMA at 2446. So 25. Is that the Yellow Submarine from the Beatles album? Yes, that is actually the Yellow Submarine. We are riding on Yellow Submarine, Yellow Submarine, Yellow Submarine. Oh my gosh. I mean, just oh boy. You know, I've only heard of that song one time in my life. It was like years ago. But oh man, I mean, this is really great to see. Honestly, that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting for that nice comeback, nice pennant here, and then a breakout over the 200-day EMA on the 15-minute chart. All I can say is wow, wow, wow. And of course, last but not least, to just show you real quick on the timing sales on Webull, because I don't know, for some reason I can't really look at the timing sales on where is it on yeah, for some reason it just disappears, man. I don't know if there's any way to customize it, but yeah, I can't really see the timing sales here. It disappears after the market is over. But as for Webull, it does show us here pretty much everything until the next day. And as you can see, it started with some selling, but all of a sudden, as we got towards almost in the afternoon, 11:30 in the morning, we had some big buys. 5,000 shares at 18 cents. Well, spot 1880, 1888. 100 shares at 1890. Another 5,000 shares, 1,000 shares, 6,043 shares. Somebody tried to let go of their shares at 14,760 at 1855. But then after 12:17 in the afternoon and so forth, we had these giant buys. Like, holy crap. Do you notice that? Massive buybacks here. Look at that. Right at 19 cents, 20 cents. Look at that, 25,005, 28,005, 12,000, 31,243, 74,591 shares at 19 cents. Which is, I think that's the biggest buyback here. And, which caught me by surprise. I'm like, woof, somebody is loading the boat. Look at that. We got 47,400 here at 2099, pretty much 21 cents. Look at that. Another one here at 1:15 in the afternoon at 22 cents. 79,453 shares bought. All of that. All that green. Massive. Anyways, yeah, Mark. Peace, love, wealth, and health. Stay safe out there when you're driving to work. I always appreciate you with everything that you do, and you share with us, and your vibes, and what you share on the Discord. So, thank you, man. Truly appreciate it. We'll talk to you later on. So yeah, there's all the buybacks right there. Pretty much what I stated last night, and on that clip too. So that's good to see. It's good to know. But anyways, let's move on from GTII to Finger. Finger had a little. I mean, it had some action. I mean, we were up 3.17%. In some ways, it was much more of a consolidated period throughout the whole day. Staying between was that 223 to 230. Even though we had this big sell-off here from yesterday, from 240 down to like 220. And as of right now, it looks like it's slowly creeping up again to try to retest 240. So we only need to see Finger continue its momentum. I'm gonna remove this yellow submarine, but to show you that the bands are actually continuing to expand and to rise on the bullish side, and the 21-day is just about crossed over the 50-day EMA, and the 8-day staying above all, and what it looks like a bull flag too as well. And hopefully we can try again to see Finger retest 250, if not before this week is over. Zelly Zen, I appreciate you sharing the link to Twitter, just in case you want to give it a follow. The link is on the chat. And yes, like, subscribe, and share. I would appreciate it really much. So, from what I stated here, nice potential. And it also shows here on the MACD. You got the yellow here, kind of resembling a bull flag, in hopes that we actually see a breakout, just like the RSI and the TTM squeeze, which I will expand right now. And you can see it there too, following it to the T. So, hoping for this green to continue to the upside, and that's what we want to see for Finger. Not much going on as I look for news. Yeah, nothing going on as of right now. And if we look quickly to the hour chart, all right, you see the same thing. Everything is pretty much in the trend. The 50-day EMA is waiting to cross over the 200-day, and it hopes to be able to confirm what we're seeing, which is a possibility of a nice breakout. Looks like a cup and handle too. Got a cup here and the handle. That's a nice cup and handle for sure. Speaking of cup and handle, hopefully Zelly has her cup of coffee ready, and ready for the morning, and that she's chilling. All right, so again, the MACD, showing it actually crossing over right over here to breakout. Also the RSI curling up and the TTM squeeze. You can see a little green bar right there, so that could be the trigger for finger to start moving up. And once and for all, try to break 250 before this week is over. All right, just a prediction again. Anyway, and that is it for my hypothetical TA for finger. What else is going on? Let's see on the chat. If you have time to chart later, HWH EIGR AIH. I will have that here listed and ready for you in a bit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and quickly visit some other tickers here. If we can go to DJT real quick to see what's going on. Let's go to the daily actually. See how that's looking. All right. Now we might see a continuation now to the downside, but it's still trying to stay above the trend line here. I don't know if you notice. I'm gonna expand it a little bit. So if it breaks below the trend line at here, the 21-day 47.41, it needs to break below that level in order to see more continuation to the downside to potentially fall to $42 on the 50-day EMA. So between 38 and 42, around that range, before this week is over. Don't know much about what's going on in terms of news, but apparently per CNBC or so, apparently options action, traders bearish on Trump media, so probably have a lot of volume for puts on DJT. And we could take a look at that real quick, no problem, and see what's really happening here. And we can see from here, if we go to the puts, what is it looking like here? Not much volume and open interest. I think it's definitely more puts than calls. If we go to the 19th of April, they have a lot of volume for way out of the money contracts here, the puts, which I don't know if that really makes sense. I mean, I don't know if DJT would actually drop all the way down to the teens. That would be wild. Yeah, I don't know where they see all this options volume here. It's it doesn't really say much about that. Maybe May. See more volume on the out of the money contracts here, like the $25 strike. There's more open interest here, especially the 20, 17.5, the $15 strike. What about June? Wow, look at that. What's up with that? October, November. Yeah, there's literally like little to no volume in most of these contracts here in the puts. But there's a lot more open interest here for the January 17th, 2025 contracts here for puts. $2.50, $5. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. They're definitely expensive. That I gotta say. But anyway, just to continue here on the chart. We're pretty much still in that scenario where this could either turn around and continue to kind of like give us this bear flag scenario, and if it breaks below that, then yeah, we would have that retest of 44 to 42, maybe 40 before this week is over. Thank you, Mark. And if it actually holds up here, which would be around 46. So 46 would be the next level of support. We can actually put that price level here. There's trend, not trend line, but you can put the level here. And we have another one here at 37. So yeah, it has to bounce over 46 in order to see a reversal for DJT. And if I can zoom in the indicators right now, the MACD, let's see, we do have a little like a curl up going on here in the RSI, so I don't know if this actually has has a potential to break out again. And we also see the TTM squeeze here also, that neon orange color looking bars, that it can actually continue to go back to the upside from here. So maybe that would actually give us a confirmation that it would actually break out once more. So that's only if we in a hold around 48 or bounce from 46 and up from there. So that's just a quick scenario. Yeah. And also, don't forget the bands here transitioning from red to green, from bearish to bullish. So this has to stay up and continue to come up to the upside in that sort of way. Yes. OCGN real quick. Something similar here on the 4-hour chart. We did hold above 135. So a low of 134, 135, and actually bounced pretty hard today. If you didn't notice, here after market open, we went from a low of 136 to a high of 160. So I don't know what that buyback is all about, but that is actually pretty promising for OCGN in terms of rebound and a potential to push back over 150 where it's at now to retest around 160 and above, with hopefully a target of 170 to come back to those last resistance levels before Friday is before this week is over. And as you can tell, the transition here from bearish on these bands to green, so that's something to look out for, as we're also seeing that as confirmation. The MACD here is close to crossing over the red line and turning green, which is also a good sign. RSI just coming out of oversold territory here with a nice little breakout, and the TTM squeeze too as well. So this is very nice. Go to the hourly real quick, and yeah, wow, looks like a nice pennant here. The only thing it needs to do is just break out from here, get some more upside, and break the last resistance here from today at 160. How's everybody doing so far? All right, we move on. We're gonna move on to KULR real quick and see how that's doing. I saw that it actually managed to break out again and make new day highs. As you know, KULR was on a rampage here since 19 cents, where we all started reviewing KULR for the first time, right around probably the beginning of this month or before. Mark and J-Pong had brought it to the attention here, and now we're seeing was this higher highs, lower high. I think that's how it goes. But if the trend continues, because we have been seeing a nice run, slow pullback, healthy, another run, and then another healthy pullback, and if we hold from there, have another run, you could have a chance at 90 cents if this continues, hypothetically speaking. Not financial advice. I'm actually doing pretty decent. Thank you, Zelly, for asking. And I'm here trying to sit up straight. My back hurts. I need one of those office chairs with or whatever the thing is that kind of holds your back into place and corrects your posture. I think I need to do one of those. I need to get one of those. So pretty much that's what I see for KULR. Only thing is the MACD has to turn around from here, and you can see the dark red bar here. So this is a sign that it could come back to the upside in momentum and try to bounce back from here, kind of have a little breakout and kind of match with what can happen with KULR. So since we hit 80, next target would be 90 tomorrow. Can we actually make it to $1 before this week is over? We would have to soon find out and see. There's no news as of today. All right, just only the news about the over 1 million contract with from H555 for a patent in thermal runway shield technology, something like that. So yeah, that is the target so far. That is the 1 hour chart, by the way. I was looking at the 1 hour. The 4 hour. The 4 hour. 4 hours looking a little different, but as long as you see, as long as like there is a bullish hammer, sort of like it's almost like a bullish hammer candle, but it's bullish enough to confirm that it's actually holding up above this area of support, and perhaps wait for another bounce from here. All right. So if let's say, what up, Moisely? When we'll be doing a Lion Friends and Family meetup. Oh my god. Can you imagine that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bullish case scenario. What if it's a head and shoulders? So that's another scenario I want to to bring up right now quickly for KULR, right? Since I'm now seeing this on the 4 hour chart. And I'm seeing how the MACD is actually kind of peaking a little bit here and potentially try to come back down. And if this is the case, then we could have a potential head and shoulders right here. So it goes like this. And if this is the scenario for tomorrow, then from 70 we go back down to 55 and 60 cents. And maybe consolidate from here. So yeah, somewhere between 55 and 60 cents. Bearish scenario if Head and Shoulders does come to fruition. And bullish case scenario if we do higher lows, and another breakout from 85 to 90. If the volume continues to go the way it's been going for the past couple of days, then yeah, there is potential for that to also happen. If we look at the volume real quick, compared to the last 2 days, we have 14 million here. Yesterday we had a whopping 106 million, and today's volume was at 33 million. So if volume starts to drop a lot more to the downside, then we could potentially see evening start. We could see this also confirm the bearish scenario that I just mentioned from before. And yeah, so in terms of that, just be mindful and be careful trading this. Also, the RSI is pretty much overbought. MACD peeking out and the TTM squeeze. So be careful for those two scenarios. And speaking of party, check out Concrete Jungle City music. Music by Concrete Jungle City, lo-fi. The link is in the chat. So feel free, if you like the music that I usually play here on my streams every time. And I'm still making a lot more. And yeah, feel free to show some love. Hit that link, like, and subscribe. Alright, so that is my little quick hypothetical TA for KULR. And now we can be able to discuss the 3 tickers that Mark R had mentioned here. And we're going to look at HWH. Okay. Yes, thank you for that message. HWH. There's no news whatsoever for this stock, but if I can look at, let's see if I can look at Discord real quick. So here by Mark R on the Discord says here that HWH International operates a marketplace to provide products and services for health, wealth, and happiness. The company operates through HWH Marketplace, Happy Cafes, Happy Travel, Happy Wealth Builder segments. The HWH Marketplace segment provides products manufactured by its affiliates companies at a discounted price to its members. All right. Are you here? You ready? Let's see what we can figure out for HWH right now. It looks like we see a bottom. Oh, it actually IPO'd not too long ago here, January 9th. Opened at 328 with a high of 333, but then dropped all the way down to a low of 165 to close at 282. And from there, of course, because IPOs, it started selling off from here and cooling down to find a bottom. It was ironic, yeah, because you always sending that message on chat at the end of the stream when we were all leaving, and it kind of fits your persona. So it's like maybe it's a good stock for you to invest in, because it's all about what you preach and follow: health, wealth, and happiness. But let's see. So if we talk about volume, you can see here, volume was wow, one day it was at 4,088. Day after was 27,491. On the 1st of April was at 1,299,573. Yesterday was at 3,915,077, and today's volume, which was a lot more drier, which was 1,099,456. But the TTM squeeze apparently is actually still increasing in momentum right down here. RSI is not quite overbought, and the MACD had just crossed over and broke out. It did make it over the 50-day EMA at 136. Closed in the after hours at 170. Hold on, I gotta go to the 4-hour chart to see this. Wow, okay, zigzag. Actually closed at 177. So close of 157 in the market. Market day after hours closed at 177. So it's just touching the very tip of the 200-day moving average. EMA at 177 exactly. So the candle so far is bullish. It's a little wick here at the bottom, but more of a continuation to the upside from 166 to 177 and higher. It could definitely break 180. Break these last two wicks if third time is the charm. Then we go over 190 to test $2 and continue the trend, because if you look at the bands, you see the bands are nice and wide and expanding here. Let me move it a little bit more closer. As you can see it right here, this is how the trend looks like. So if this expands and this is trading above, you already know that the trend is continuing to the upside. So bullish sentiment here. This could crack over $2 easy if with the right amount of volume and continuation of momentum. This would definitely successfully do that if we see that going on. You can see it here too as well, how we have a potential leg up here, and in terms of what I just said earlier, also the MACD here kind of took a little dip and then consolidate. Hopefully we see a nice breakout again, and hopefully it holds above 2 to see that upside potential. Now if this starts to peak out and start to come down, then you would have to look at potential levels of support. And from what I've seen so far, it's still strong, but in case, you would have to be looking at this level to be support. So somewhere around here. So was that 145, 144? And then we have this level right here, 115. And then we need to break over 184. All right. So if it breaks below 160, if it breaks below 170, 165, then 145 would probably be the potential level of support. If we see this break over 180 again, past 185, then we would see this to break $2. All right, so that is my hypothetical TA for HWH. Hopefully that answers your questions for that stock. Now the next one that he wants me to go over is called EIGR Biopharmaceuticals. And let's check the hourly rate quickly. What happened here actually? What is this? This was at 5. Wait, hold on. What happened here? I'm surprised. Hey, Mark Maddox. Any truth? Yeah. The truth is in the pudding. You just gotta taste it. Dip your finger in it. Give it a nice lick. You'll be able to taste greatness. Yeah. Anyway, how's everything with you, Mark? Mark Maddox. Wow, so this was at 8:30 at one point. What was this, an offering? What happened here? You do like pudding. I do like pudding. It reminds me of Beerus, the destroyer. So okay. This was back in so April 1st. April 1st. Oh, okay, so that's what happened. Okay. So EIGR Biopharmaceuticals files for voluntary Chapter 11 protection. So it announced on the 1st of April that it and its direct subsidiaries have filed voluntary petitions for a Chapter 11 protection under the United States Bankruptcy Code and the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Northern District of Texas. Company also announced a stalking horse agreement for the sale of Zokinvy to Sentinel Therapeutics, a biopharmaceutical company focused on rare diseases. Under the terms of the stalking horse agreement, subject to court approval, Sentinel Therapeutics will pay up to $26 million subject to certain purchase price adjustments, including per diem reductions if the sale closes after April 24th, 2024 for the acquisition of Zokinvy. In accordance with Section 363 of the Bankruptcy Code, other potential bidders can submit competing bids for the company's assets through a court-supervised process. Mark Maddox, are you behaving yourself? And how do you like that price action from GTII? This is exactly why I said that hope is not all lost. I was actually pretty excited. Alright, so you got that going on for EIGR. You got the voluntary Chapter 11 protection. And now all of a sudden we have here, as of what's 1649 again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4:40. Oh, the time is right there. Jeez, at 4:49 p.m. Eastern time. EIGR Pharmaceuticals says on April 2nd that they have received notice from NASDAQ that company's common stock will be delisted from NASDAQ. Common stock is expected to begin trading on over-counter markets on April 11th. Oh no. Okay, so hell no, just getting warmed up. Oh my god. A lot of people are just talking. They're just bashing them right now and just laughing at him for you know, for making those videos. And yeah, I feel for him, even though, like I said, it's just his TA, you know, it's just his opinion. But I mean, that's kind of grave, a bit grave-ish, you know, if you're, you know, stating something so bearish as 9 cents. I mean, regardless, I know that, you know, eventually a lot of people would take advantage of that because it's so super cheap. But, you know. And I would have loved to pick some up too as well, but they kind of pulled the psych and they just let it run back past 20 cents to 25 cents. Alright, so I guess this is official. So EIGR, Mark R, if you're listening, EIGR Pharmaceuticals, alright, I received a notice. Common stock will be delisted from NASDAQ, trading on over-the-counter market April 11th. So that's in 8 days. I wouldn't know exactly what the situation for EIGR is unless someone decides to buy this thing up. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty tough because I'm pretty sure if they get that notice and people find out that it's going to the OTC, like they're gonna want to get out. In my opinion, they're gonna want to like not deal with that. I don't know what you think about that, but it's just that in most cases, like once it gets delisted into OTC, like thing drops like a rock. It would drop like to the pennies, unless from what I read before, you know, if there's potential bidders and able to you know, I mean, let me look more into this. EIGR filed customary first day motions with the court requesting relief designed to enable EIGR to transition into to Chapter 11 and uphold its commitments to stakeholders during the process without material disruption to its ordinary course of operations. The company intends to sell substantially all of its assets during the bankruptcy case to facilitate an orderly wind down of its operations. Huh. So what are the odds? I mean, regardless, it's not even a good thing if it's gonna be delisted regardless. I mean, did you get into EIGR by any chance, Mark R? And that last wick, the last candle here on the 4-hour chart, it's leaning towards bearish. That's the candle, the bearish wick here. So it could drop back down to like 150 and below that. Take this as with a grain of salt. So I'm not really sure, but when it comes to that, I'm not too sure, not too fond of that. But you be the judge as I move into the next ticker. AIH. That sounds familiar? AIH. No, it doesn't. But this, on the other hand, Aesthetic Med International. Let me see something here. Oh, it's in China too. You like Chinese stocks, Mark R. Zoe, I am discordance. No, not on. Let's see. Huh. So this is under the healthcare stocks. Ulta Beauty shares trading lower. Oh gosh, what is going on? Yeah. Oh, this was on March 8th. Let's read this real quick. Aesthetic Medical International Holdings Group announces receipt of a letter of expected delisting determination from NASDAQ staff and intention to request a hearing before the NASDAQ hearings panel. It will request a hearing before the NASDAQ hearings panel as the next step in the process in seeking an extension to satisfy the minimum bid price requirement set forth in NASDAQ listing rule 555082, the minimum bid price rule for continued listing on the NASDAQ capital market. Here. Okay. So on March 6th, the company received a notification letter from the staff of NASDAQ stating that the company has not regained compliance with the minimum bid price rule within the 180 calendar day grace period and is not eligible. Jesus Christ. So it's not eligible for a second 180 calendar day grace period. According to the staff, accordingly, the staff had determined to delist the company's securities from NASDAQ unless the company requests a hearing no later than 4 p.m. Eastern Time on March 13th. The company intends to timely submit the request for a hearing. This request will ordinarily stay any further action by the staff and the company's securities are expected to continue to be eligible to trade on NASDAQ at least pending the ultimate conclusion of the hearing process. No position. Oh, no position on EIGR. So where's AIH? So is this AIH? Okay, so it's still. All right, so it's still on NASDAQ right now, and it's April 3rd. So what's going on? Huh. I mean, it doesn't really show anything in terms of regaining compliance and stuff like that. They ever got that hearing. Static. Company's market cap stands at 24.9 million. So it's a small market cap so far. Seen here. I think. Let me see. Let me look at the float real quick for AIH. Market cap 21.88 million. The volume was only 8.57 million today. Free float is 47.56 million, and shares outstanding is the same thing. Damn, Maddie. Damn, why are you late? Let me see something. Oh, TPET is right down there. I see it. All right, so this I mean the bands are pretty heavy and wide on the green. So this actually it's a little tricky here. Hold on. Let me look at the TTM squeeze real quick here. It did pop. It did pop for a little bit here. And it's trading higher than the last. Here. I feel You have to beg admin to let you back in. I mean, I know how bad you wanted to be me on Discord. You could try to trick people into thinking that that's the real lion. But, you know, I wish you could have warned me first. I like big bands and I can't. I don't know. So okay, so I just need to find out about this real quick before I move. Okay, you know what? Okay, the hourly just told me something. And it looked like it did have a couple of spikes to 73 cents here, which is pretty wild. From 28 cents to 73. And this thing went back from red to green. And this is actually trying to curl right back over. Okay, it crossed over the MACD. So it's like looking like a little breakout potential. If that's the case, and the TTM squeeze holds and it continues to increase in momentum, like so, then there is some potential for AIH to increase momentum to the upside, have another push, and try to retest 55 cents. And if more volume continues to push afterwards, then we can be able to retest 70 cents. And that is my take on that bullish case. As of right now, I don't see any bearish case scenario. As I see the 8-day, the 21-day is officially over the 200-day EMA, and we only need the 50-day EMA to cross over the 200 to continue that trend. So overall, as of right now, it's a little bit on the bullish side. That's my sentiment. Gotta go, Father coming over, and we gotta watch that movie, Beekeeper. All right, Mark, always good to see you here, man. Enjoy the movie. Let me know how it goes with your daddy, and we'll see you mañana or whenever you decide to come back. Appreciate you, man, and you have a good night. Mostly, I don't think we ever got a chance to look at HYMC, even though it actually run pretty crazily. And we're gonna see it in just a few moments here. And after that, I'm gonna look up EMC and GME, and after that, then I will be ending the stream a little later afterwards. As far as TPET is concerned, we are seeing that it's trading below the 200 EMA. The bands here is actually turning back around. It's trying to come back down. You can see it here as we zoom in, that we have this thing where it's actually facing down, and you have a little and sloping. It's like sloping down. So at any point, this could transition and turn red, and then give us a signal that TPET could come down and fall below the 50-day EMA here at 0.1139 and below. So the next level of support would have to be 8 cents if that's the case, the bearish case scenario. I don't think Yeah, because as soon as I saw this like below the 200 day, it's like like it's giving me those type of vibes, because this to me it looks like a P. It looks like just your usual P and D. Pump and dump. In my opinion, of course. So if we get this trend going, and as you see, the MACD here on the 4-hour just crossed below the red, and now to the red, and have some room here on the RSI to possibly continue down to oversold territory.
We can be able to see AIH back to, TPET, sorry, to 8 cents, 8 to 10 cents, 8 to 10 cents, 8 to 10 cents.
All right. So be careful if you're in here. Look out for the dip. Okay. And let me also tell you something, my friend. Okay. We got here a little green arrow pointing the downside. Yeah, that is also a signal there. You can see here on the hourly, we have a little rejection here on the MACD. So we thought we was gonna come back, and then it said no, right? So it's curling down. Same thing with the RSI, it's curling down. Right here, TTM squeeze could print a light orange bar. All right, so if that's the case, that is what we're gonna see. And yeah, okay, so here you can see that it's transitioning back from green to red. We have a little shade of light red here. So if it comes back down, then that is confirming that we have that downside potential to happen. Barbara, thank you for joining as always. And have a blessed night. Sweet dreams. Sleep well. And hope for a better tomorrow and some more price action for GTII, and hopefully we get to 30 cents. All right, Barbara. So, of course, thank you for joining. Take care of yourself. Big JR, let's go. Welcome back. How's everything, my friend? How have you been? How's life? How's GTII? How's the music? How's everything going so far? Good to see you. All right, since Moisley mentioned about HYMC, I'm going to go over that right now. What is going on with... Oh. Can you tell Big JR whose fault it is? Yeah, it's all your fault, Maddie. It's all your fault. I'm doing swimmingly. Thanks. I never heard of that before. Swimmingly. So you're flowing with the water. You're swimming through the currents and everything at a pace. Why can it not be your fault? What do you mean? Nope. So whose fault is it really? Oh, it's Jenny L's. Holy shoot. I totally forgot about that. Wow, why is it Jenny L's fault? I'm curious. HYMC, it looks like to me that this is another PNZ. You can see the momentum here decreasing here on the TTM squeeze on the 1 hour. RSI is also coming back down, and the MACD is looking to reject itself. All right, there it is. You have a little curl down, so that means more bearish divergence here or downside potential. Here you can see flat out that it tried to retest $4 a couple of times, and it's just weak to the point that now it could just start to come down and probably see back to $3 if that's the case, in my opinion. If people just start taking profits and sell back down to 3 and below, then yeah, you would have this to become a PNZ. Okay, if we look at it from a 4-hour chart, same thing. All right, okay, you see it at it's a little weak. VWAP is trying to curl back down too. Well, you can see here the MACD is peeking out. It's literally here. I'm about to just see it? RSI way overbought. What do we have here? Head and shoulders. Boom. Pull back. Possibly 305, $3. That's my opinion here. Peaking on the TTM squeeze again. Swimmingly without difficulty, with great success, effortlessly, she passed the exam swimmingly. There you go. But why is it Jenny L's fault though? I'm still trying to figure that out. Why can't it be Barbara's fault? So yeah, just be careful with this over here, around this area. Leave that right there. So I remember Big JR, you were talking about how was this? You were talking about DBMM a long time ago. Remember that? And it held up for such a long time, man. You're talking about here February 26th. Stayed in this range for a while. And then it ended up breaking up a little bit. We got 0.0066 to 0.0075. Interesting gain over here. Coming back down a little bit. Good to see that holding up. He just doesn't get it, Big JR. He will learn. I don't know. I can't seem to figure it out, man. I mean, apparently I belong to the dark side, and he wants he's trying to fight. Yeah, I think from here, from 0.0044 to like that high, it's actually a really good gain if you think about it. So, oh, that's good. Oh, I'm going to blow up tonight. Jeez, I gotta stop eating this bean, whatever this thing is. It's so good. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but coming back to GTII, I was just telling them about the morning star pattern that I mentioned yesterday, and literally came to fruition. I wasn't even thinking much about it. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna like guess that this is what's gonna happen. We got this little candle here. Now we got the breakout. And I'm like, oh my god. So I'm here thinking we could probably hit 30 cents before this week is over. If let's say the next candle for GTII would be, let's say, $1.5 million, 1.5. If it's 2 million and it continues increasing to the buying pressure, oh my god, that would be an explosion for sure. Let's see, DBMM, one of the big cream plays with billions unregistered shares unregistered shares sold. They tried to kill it, came back from the dead. So what do you think? What would happen theoretically if, okay, let's say GTII explodes? Oh my god, to $2,000 a share. I mean, just throwing a number out there. What do you think would happen to DBMM? Ooh. Huh? No. The only red rocket we've been seeing is in AMC. If you noticed, yeah, red rockets, man. Pretty deadly. Red rocket. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this here, but goodness gracious, AMC looks disgusting. This long, I mean, you might as well call this a red rocket right here. This looks like a red turd, and I don't know where the bottom could be, but it looks like if it stays above 3 for the rest of the week here, for Thursday and Friday, then we could probably see this bounce back next week. Because you can see the MACD here is slowly trying to curl right back over. Right here. RSI is still like completely oversold, honestly. But they just have this so suppressed. Like you're just waiting for something else to happen. And momentum here slowly increasing. Not that I think that it's done and over with. I think that for some reason they're gonna eventually like pull off something when the markets are going to crap doodle doo, dookie doo doo, and I mean, the last thing anybody would actually want to see also is another reverse stock split. Holy crap, would that actually create a lot of animosity and tension and frustration and all you can think of, and see this take another downturn. Can you imagine that? Oh my god. Adam Aaron just said that we were going to have another reverse stock split, and now we're back at $2. That's a nightmare. Watch it go to 10. Oof. I mean, might as well just load up on freaking leaps, huh? Let's just leap that. I mean, what are we going here for anyways? To look at the options. Huh? What do we see here? What are we doing? What are we doing? We got some decent volume here for the June calls. Open interest. Oh, look. Speaking of $10, 10 strike. Nice open interest there too as well. Shoot, I should just load up. Not financial advice. Maybe I can hit it big. Let's see. Big JR says, I think a good sympathy play depends on where they have those shares hidden. If not, people could pile in DBMM after GTII, but DBMM so cheap. Just my take. I agree. DBMM has a lot of longs holding like GTII. It's a great theory. Strictly in your opinion, of course. Not financial advice, guys. We're not telling you to buy or sell, do anything of that matter with DBMM or any stock. Okay. But yeah, that is. I mean, that's a potential that we're looking at. But of course, like people would have to. We would have to have available OTC market trading. Fidelity, Schwab, Thinkorswim, and all that. But yeah, I think AMC needs to hold right above $3, and then probably see a rebound. When is the next earnings actually? Oh, next earnings. Next earnings. Hello. Next earnings. No? You don't want to show me? Doesn't want to show me. Okay. You're being messed up. Oh, there you go. So May 3rd. So in just 2 months. No, I mean in just 1 month from now. Aftermarket. Yes, please. Whatever you do, just don't listen to Big JR. All right. It's just what he's gonna do. All right. Don't follow him. Please. I'm begging you. And let's just look at GME real quick. Now GME, even though it also had a long red dookie here for bearish bands, it's also trying to actually bounce back. Look at that. We have some signs of life here for GME. Look at that, bounced from $10.90. Wow. New 52-week low. And went from 10.90 to 11.38. And it closed after hours at 11.45. Wow. So maybe within the next 2 weeks we'll see GME back over $12 and try to retest the area of 12.50, 12.60. NFA. What is the daily looking like? As a matter of fact, what is the weekly looking like for GME? Huh. Interesting. What about the daily? Okay, so the daily. So if it continues to rise until Friday. No, actually, no, this is the daily. What I'm talking about? This is the daily. Okay. So this is considered to be a hammer candle. So my idea is for everything else to bounce back Of course, we see this curling back over the RSI, TTM squeeze, whatever, and then we see this retest 11.90 to $12 before, if that's the case, before this week is over. Is $12 the max pain for GME? Maybe. But yeah, that's my take on it. And if we can all just manifest, yes, if we can just all manifest together, Mark, have GME in its prayers. All right, manifest, and hopefully we can be able to see GME rip a Rooney, you know, past $12 into $12.80, maybe $13 before this week is over. All right, so let's all just come together. All right, sit in Indian position and let us meditate and manifest. GME back to $12 a share tomorrow, and then we rip all the way to 13 on Friday. Namaste. All right, that's all for tonight's session in manifestation. I do see a rebound on the horizon for GME, and later on for AMC and GTII and Finger and all these other stocks. Let's trust the process. All right, I think that's it for tonight's stream. My ass hurts, and I'm gonna go stretch. By all means, keep manifesting, keep trusting the process. Eventually, the inevitable is yet to come. When the divvy? The 29th of April is the divvy. And make sure you call your brokers and let them know you better have my divvy before the date, or else I'm coming after you. And yeah. And then the squeeze comes afterwards. Alright? On top of that, you got the crash of the market. And that's not nice. Keep it PG. Keep it PG, good sir. Keep it PG, good sir. That's not nice. Okay? I would like to thank everybody who joined here. There's a list of the people that joined for today's stream, or tonight's stream. Mad Gun, Barbara, Mark R, Elongated Plopsicle, Mark Maddox, Maddie, Big JR, and last but not least, the one and only, the beautiful, the sensual, the majestic, Zelizen. Big JR, thank you for coming on to the stream. It's been a while, but it's a pleasure. And we'll talk soon. I'll be on the Discord too. You're on the Discord too, Big Jar, I believe. So, feel free to drop in. If there's anything that comes up, man, feel free to share with the Discord, man. And well, freaking Maddie, whatever. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who joins me here, takes the time out of their day, their night, to hang out with me and just review all these stocks and have fun and talk and stretch some butts. So thank you, Zelly, for that comment. Everybody, have a blessed night, sleep well, have a great morning, have that coffee, and have a great day. Much love, big hugs, and I will see you in the next stream with yours truly, the Lion of all trades. Any thoughts of Cum? Elongated, it's about to explode like Jism. Jism that Cum. Big squeeze to 10,000. That's a big climax. Good night, everybody.